Hello, vlog. I don't remember what number this is. I'm pretty sure this is number 11. Sorry if the mic quality sounds bad. I think I'm using the AirPod mics. I don't know. Um, we're mowing today. That's what we're doing. I'm also doing a whole bunch of stuff with videos, compression, encoding, such like that. There will be some updates on some things that I've done, some things that I've finished later in the episode, but um, today mainly is going to be very, very tech focused, technically, however you want to call it, because I have a lot of stuff I need to test and figure out with my server and with my computer. So there'll be more deeper explained later into the video, but let's get started on the mowing. So I'm on my computer now. It's around 3:30, or actually it's around 3 o'clock right now. Um, my mom and my younger brother went to work. My grandparents left. I was gonna mow, and then I hit what I think, excuse me, is a wasp nest. Because when I started mowing, or when I was weed whacking, there was a whole bunch of wasps. I mean, no bees, wasps, and a couple yellow jackets. So I was like, "Yep, I'm not dealing with that for a little bit." So yeah, I am now on my server, and I can then explain to you guys what actually I guess is going on right now. I'll pop a picture up on screen. This is how my desk is orientated now. I have my brother's computer, my I have my brother's computer, the UPS, my server, and then my computer. All three are connected to the UPS. My younger brother keeps his computer off most of the time because he doesn't do any editing or work. He does just games and homework. That's about it. But his homework's all online, so um the server is now on the UPS, and the UPS is connected to it. So I can go here to reporting, go to UPS, and here's my UPS. Charge is at 100%. Voltage is at 135. Here's the runtime. Yeah, input shows nothing. This is load. This was a little bit ago. We were pulling a lot of power because that's when my younger brother was playing games. And then it dipped. It's about 260, 240-ish watts. And then it dipped back down, and that was holding on a pretty solid, stable 26. You need to add another 0 to the end to know your max, or to know your load. So 26 would be 260 watts, which I am currently pulling 200 and, well, now bumped up to 280, but about 260 right now currently, and that's with this monitor that's connected to the UPS. This one's not. My computer on and the server on. And I'm currently to the server right now. So I'm not doing any testing for anything right now because I don't want to, well, I don't want to corrupt anything. I won't be able to do any tests for all the stuff that I want to do for the moment. But my problem is the fact that only the server's connected to the UPS. So if I go to services and I go to UPS, it's going to run for 1800 seconds, which is 30 minutes before it sends a shutdown command. The problem with that is if my computer runs, like currently, I need to check here because it's not going to show there. I'm only going to have 26 minutes of power, which is a problem. Yeah, 26 minutes of power is it's a huge problem. So I'm kind of in a little bit of a pickle, which is off UPS, or when my computer's off and I tested by pulling the plug for the UPS and it went on battery. It works. The server doesn't shut off, and it doesn't pop a breaker when I connect it back. Good. Here's my problem. With the computer off, the server will have about an hour and a half ish of power, about 72 minutes. 72 to about 80 minutes, give or take. Actually, I think more. I don't know what it actually gets. I read 72 minutes, but I don't think that's right, actually. Because here, if the server is fully idled down, so a psi a CyberPower 1500 VA on battery for on battery pulling, let's do 50 watts. 50 watts. How much? Should be much battery time will I get? 1.5 to 2 hours pulling 50 watts. So that's with my computer, healthy aged battery, a unit 2 years older, closer to 60 to 75. That's kind of what I thought, but 60 minutes to 75 minutes. Here's kind of the thing. That's with all the drives are spun down, except 2. No, except 1, because the boot drive and then a hard drive. And with my computer off. So that's pretty good. I have it set to shut down after 30 minutes, but I can technically turn it off and have it run for longer. I could do that, but will I do that? I don't know. I had it first set at 55, and then I had it set at 55, and then I set it to 30 minutes because I was like, I want still some reserve battery, to maybe turn on my computer to do something quick, or to charge like my phone or something if we lose power. Because we did lose power before. It was in a major thunderstorm. I'll pop a clip up. Oh, shoot. And I mean, that strike was huge. It was shaking the entire house. Like if I played the video more, you would see me running to my room to shut down my computer, because I was like, I'm not taking chances with that. If we get another power surge, I'm killing it. The thing was, my server was already off because it was living up here where there was no UPS. I did not like that, because whenever there would be a thunderstorm, I'd have to stay awake and shut down my computer, shut down my server, and just make sure that everything is going to be okay. I hated that. Did I have to do that? No, but it was kind of a, just in case kind of thing. Now, everything was off, except the computer, which is what I'm trying to fix now. Sorry, I'm yapping too much. I'm trying to set up in Home Assistant a way for me to be able to shut down my computer whenever UPS goes on battery. I want it to run on battery for 5 minutes. 5 minutes might be a little much. We'll see. We'll test with maybe 2 minutes. 2 minutes, yeah, probably 2 minutes. And what I want to set up is I need to first figure out how to connect the UPS, so I can so that brain fart. What is it? Come on, brain fart. So that what the hell? Okay, restart. I'm trying to set up Home Assistant to automatically shut down my computer when it reads that the UPS went onto battery. I was initially thinking of it being instant,
The second it goes on battery, send a shutdown command to the computer. But then I was thinking, why? That's not going to be fun. Because what if it's just a power flicker? Or what if power, like in the clip that I played, only shut down for 2-3 seconds? Maybe due to a power surge or a lightning strike or whatever, right? So I'm thinking 2.5 minutes to 5 minutes is where the max I will let my computer be on battery for. Once that timer goes up, send a shutdown command. And I need to set a command. I need to set that shutdown command to force shut down my computer. Because in Home Assistant, I already have a Wake on LAN. I'm gonna need to blur that. I already have a Wake on LAN set up. So I can use Home Assistant to remotely turn on my computer. That's going to be fun because we're going on a vacation soon, and I'd like to be able to still edit while not having my computer pull power all the time. So I can just shut down, wake up, and even if we lose power, my server should stay up, so I don't have to ever come back and restart it. Hopefully. Now, obviously, if the 30 minutes goes up, it's going to shut it down, and it's going to stay shut down. So will my brother's server, so I can't really, no one can really do anything there. That's fun. So there's that. What I need to set up right now is I need to figure out how to get the reporting, how to get all this data over to Home Assistant, because I use, where are my apps? There they are. I use, come on, this in order to get all my information of everything to my server. If I go to my room, I can see everything. I can see my CPU temperatures, I can see my hard drive temperatures, well, all the ones that it gives me at least. My processor fan, which is wrong because this motherboard only has a single 3-pin header. I have, well, my brother put it in because I took this thing from my brother. Well, he let me, but I got this thing from my brother. He put a single fan, and then he put a 3-way Y splitter, so that there's a fan underneath the hard drives, the cage for the hard drives. There's one for a state expansion card, and then there's for the CPU, which I rethermal pasted and upgraded the cooler to a thicker metal heatsink, because the old one was about this thin. The new one's about this thick. So it keeps the thing cool. I have not even had it touch 50. Before, the other one would hit 60 like it's nothing. So that processor fan speed is not correct at all. I don't know what it's kind of reading because these fans don't spin up at all. This thing doesn't have, it's a weird workstation Dell server, so it doesn't have fan control. There's not even a BIOS fan control. There's a fixed fan speed. You can't even change it. So that's why it shows 2000, because there's the 80 mil for the CPU, there's a 120 mil for the drives, and then there's a tiny fan for the expansion card. So at 2000 RPM is probably the expansion card fan, because that one can go up to 6000. It's loud when it does, because I had it connected to my computer for a little bit. So yeah. It also has the GPU, which is not currently being used. I want to set up Plex, but it's so hard to move all the data from here on my computer, because I currently have Plex running on my computer. It's so hard to move it from my computer all the way to the server. It's a bunch of stuff. I just never cared. That's my external drives. That's why that's unavailable. I want to find a way in order to connect the UPS. I don't know how. So here's a time lapse of me trying to figure that out, and then I'll get back to you when I figure something out.
Sorry if you guys hear, fans. I need to get on the ground here. Oh, yeah. We got UPS, server, computer. I have the monitors off because I'm trying to basically. I mean, I could turn on the CPU stress test and see how that works. But as long as this works, this idea works. See, right now, pulling 190 watts, that's with my computer idle, and my computer not doing anything. That's with the server not doing anything, and both my monitors are off. This one's the only one on UPS. So, the one problem that I have, that top hard drive, the black one, is connected to the server. That bottom 500 gig is not. That one's not connected to, well, it's connected to the server using USB, but then because it's a 3.5 inch and USB only gives 5 volt, or is it 5.5? 5 volt, I think. I had to externally connect that thing, which I do. I have a SATA thing. It's connected to him, not the battery side of him though. So whenever I lose power, it's not the fun part. Whenever I lose power, that hard drive dies because it's not connected to the battery side. Because I don't have enough ports. Because I have his computer, my server, my computer, that switch, one of our monitors. So I ran out of ports, so I had to do that. So, well, luckily I don't have to do a parity rebuild every single time, or a scrub, which is nice because it just figures itself out and then adds it back to the array. So we do a live test now. The part that I don't like, I'm gonna have 45 minutes of power with this thing idling. If I do a CPU load, that's not gonna happen. So I want to look at the battery percentage and the runtime to see if I come over here and pull that. We are now on battery. And I just got an email that the server's mad. Yep, we're on UPS. And the thing failed. One of the drives are dead because that guy's not connected anymore. So we were from 45, now we're 35. There's a buffer, so it goes to about 80% to 75%, and then it goes to like the actual battery. Why is it so dark? There we go. To like the actual. Why are you? There we go. Whoa, come on, focus. Hello, thank you. So now, yeah, we are losing battery. But I want to see. I'm going to watch this guy. We're now going to sit here and see if the computer gets shut down or not. It should get the request sent over the 1 gig connection, in theory. So, let's test. What's gonna happen? Probably been about a minute now. We're down to 70%. It's our runtime, 29 minutes. I mean, I'll still have plenty of battery when it comes to the server, so.
Okay, we now test. I have the timer set to a minute. I should be able to pull this. And the computer should shut off in a minute. Okay. I had to manually shut it down because it wasn't shutting down, and we're down to 45% battery. That's not working. Not even close. So, with the current load, we have 45 minutes at 45%. And the server's pulling 50-ish watts. Okay, we're up to 70 now. It is not sending a shutdown command to my computer. It's been about 3 minutes, and it didn't do anything. I might set it down to be like 30 seconds. Yeah, probably about 30 seconds. See, now we're up to an hour. A little bit more than an hour. It depends on what the CPU is doing. If it spins down the drives. Why did it just go to 0 for a second? What the hell? I don't think this thing is reading right. We're down to 30 watts? 0 watts. I mean, what's going on here? I'm confused. I think it's struggling to read my server because my server pulls so little. I don't think it reads it. Let me check on TrueNAS and see what it's doing. Okay, it is 9 o'clock now. Basically, all that's happened was I finished mowing the backyard and the front. I didn't record all of it. I don't remember. I'd have to look at the footage again. But I finally got the UPS shut down with my computer working. Home Assistant wasn't working at all, no matter what I tried. So all I had to do was have, all I kind of set up was I set Nut up on my computer and then set the UPS service as master on TrueNAS. Sorry, I had to let my dog inside. I did a whole bunch of testing. I got the battery down to like 40%, and I was like, I don't really want to do this anymore. I hate pulling the battery, and hurting that drive. So, I don't know what to do. For now, I'm just gonna chill on the swing. Might play some games. I'm mainly gonna do probably like editing and coding stuff. I guess updates on the channel. Mambazul is recorded. I already rendered it out, so I can start editing it. I started recording Farm Sim, so there's that. I got a lot of people complaining, asking me to play ATS. It will come. ATS takes a lot to record. It's one of the most time-consuming recordings I have to do because it's 2-3 hours of just me driving. That's it. There's nothing really exciting about it. Like, I could find some mods and make it exciting where, like, your engine will get damaged or something. I don't know. But for now, it's just kind of going to be the same thing over and over again. It's just trucking here, trucking that, a couple upgrades there, and that's about all I can do. And it takes like 6 hours to do all that. So, yeah, that's kind of it. Tomorrow I'm going to be pressure washing the mower and the catcher, the bag. And then I'm going to probably record more Farm Sim, because I only got about 30 minutes in, and maybe a little bit more, about 45 minutes in. And then I'm going to probably stream Valorant or CS. CS has been going pretty horrible for me because I switched keyboards. I'm now playing on my 100% keyboard instead of on my 60%, because the 60% just stopped working for some reason, and I was like, whatever, I hate switching it anyways. I might as well just play on the 100%. Valorant,
perfectly fine. Had no problem switching over. CS, it's so much difficult to like have to spread fingers because the keys are a lot bigger. So it's a learning curve. So I might spend personal time learning the game and just playing comp and Premiere just to learn it, and then I'll like actually stream Valorant or something, but I'm not totally sure. It's just that's kind of the base plan tomorrow. Everything is in the air right now, so nothing's confirmed. See you I guess either when I'm playing games or tomorrow. Good morning, vlog. It is I can't go this way, I have to go around. It is 1:25 in the afternoon. I just got out of the bathroom. I'm taking the dog out to the bathroom. Go. I am dark. There we go, refocus. Plans for today. Well, pressure washing and cleaning the mower and the weed whacker. So, I'm first gonna eat. I haven't ate yet. And then I will, I'll start on that. We're supposed to get like the edge of a solar eclipse today or something. I don't really care for that. What I care for is tonight, around 4 in the morning. I'm gonna try and stay up then. We're supposed to get a meteor shower, like the biggest there's been in the last couple years, and all 6 planets are gonna line up, or is it 5? I don't remember. All I know is all the planets are going to become in line, and from where we are in Washington, we should be able to see it, like, perfectly. I just have to look east. Which way is east? I don't know, but I'll figure that out when the time comes for that. But yeah, I don't know. I'll try and get a photo or maybe a video of it, but I'm also gonna try and finish recording Farm Sim. I'm kind of stuck because I was harvesting, but then all the crops died. So I'm like, what do I do? I kind of just have to wait up until the new crops and everything grow to then decide like what fields I'm gonna buy, because I'm currently doing field flipping, and I said it in the video, but like if you guys want me not to do field flipping and just flat out buy a field and just work on that field, I'll do that. I don't mind that. But currently I'm just field flipping because it's not making me good money. I've made maybe an extra 30 grand, 40 grand, but that's about it. So yeah, I have to sit in the game and skip time forward to see kind of what will happen. But for now, I'm gonna eat, and then I will pull out the pressure washer and see if it runs. They've both been in storage for about a month now, so I don't know how. I don't know if they'll start. They probably won't. It's also not that cold outside, so it's probably gonna be a first pull start. So, well, I'm gonna go eat. I'll catch you guys later. Okay, so I'm done eating now. I tried to take a nap because I was bored, but then I was like, you know what, since I'm bored, I might as well go start working, so that's what I'm gonna do. I need to pull that one out of storage. Not this one, that one. Let's get it out. And over here we go. And right here it's gonna live. I'm gonna bring the mower and the weed whacker over. That one's only a first try start if it's actually like, not cold out. But that red one doesn't care. It will start no matter what temperature it is. He'll start. Only when it's warm though.